Hello, everyone. This is Howard Fox, and welcome back for another episode of the Outdoor Adventure Series, the podcast that celebrates individuals and families, businesses, and organizations that seek out and promote the exploration, stewardship, conservation, access, and enjoyment of the outdoors. Harmony Hurd is our guest today. Harmony is the Executive Director of Visit Cullman in Alabama. Harmony, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast. Welcome.
Hey, Howard. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm so excited to be here and to talk to you more about Cullman, Alabama. It's an honor to be here and be on this podcast with you.
Fantastic. And I have to share with you, as I was preparing for this episode, I felt like I was going home again because when I first had the opportunity to chat with you way back when, I think I had mentioned that I lived in Alabama for about a year, and I remember traveling I lived in Montgomery, but I would always do a lot of travel between, say, Birmingham and Huntsville. And I know Cullman County is like right smack dab in the middle. So it felt like coming home. So thank you for that.
We home Alabama. That is where we are. And it's so cool. Our location is right. You're exactly right. It's right in the middle between Birmingham and Huntsville. So yeah, so I'm glad that I could bring a little bit of home back to you.
Fantastic. And I'm sure a lot has changed. I mean, I know I have changed. I don't think I have as much hair these days as I used to. But so Cullman, Alabama, Cullman County. So you say, so it's smack dab between Birmingham and Huntsville. So what is the kind of the role of the executive director in a community like Cullman and in Cullman County? What does that mean, being the executive director?
Well, so I'm the executive director of tourism. I think I have the coolest job on the face of the planet.
You do, by the way.
Oh, yes.
You do. I've learned that from interviewing other destination marketing organizations. It was like, I wish I had that job. God. But here we are. So you got a cool job.
I've got a cool job. I get to represent our community. I get to drag visitors to come here. So that's the main part of my job, is to tell people about how wonderful Cullman is and why they should bring their families here or their groups or their sporting events, and tell them what a great time they're going to have. So I get to be a part of making great experiences and memories for these people. And then what that does is it supports my local community and our economy. All of our small businesses, our restaurants, hotels, shops, all of those that just thrive on visitors coming to see them and to experience what they have to offer. So I get to make a big impact on our community, which is what's really important to me. And in doing that, it improves our entire quality of place. So we're constantly investing in our community, trying to make it the better, the best. And we want everybody's lives to be improved by just coming to Cullman, whether they live, play, work, whatever they do at Cullman, we want them to have a great time.
I love that. It is an acquaintance of mine, a friend of yours, Kay Donaldson from Alabama Bass Trail, said, it would be 2 years ago now. Wow. She said, we want heads in beds and cash register singing. And I love that saying, because so much goes on in the communities these days because of tourism, and very thoughtful tourism. And I'm curious, first, how long has Visit Cullman been around? Is it long established, or is it a relatively new organization?
Well, that's what's so exciting about Cullman is Cullman has been around for a long time, but tourism has really taken off here recently over the past several years. When COVID happened, people started moving to Cullman, and we have one of the safest cities in the entire state. That's by metrics. So people started moving here. We have Smith Lake here, and people were flocking to waterfront areas. So they started moving, and then tourism really started taking off in a giant way. And that led to our senator, who's actually now the pro tem senator for the state of Alabama. He represents Cullman, and we're so proud of him, and that we have the pro tem senator for Cullman there in the State Department. But he actually wrote the legislation in 2022 to form the Tourism Bureau, because we were seeing such numbers come through. There's some great festivals that were curated and Cullman started doing, and people just really started flocking here. And so that led to me being here. So I'm grateful in every way too.
Okay, very cool. So, a quick shout out, if you can. The senator, he's part of the state Senate. Okay, what is his name?
Oh, Garlan Gudger,
Garlan
Senator
Gudger.
Garlan
Okay,
Gudger.
we'll have to do an Garlan Gudger Alabama Senate. So this helps drive the podcast. So
Oh, you
and
know what's
the
really
reach.
cool?
So that's good stuff. So as you, like a lot of destinations, really realize this growth in tourism because of COVID. Uh, what were some, and you have Smith Lake, what were some of the activities that were first on your list? Like, let's do this. What was your top 5 list, top 10 list for, like, let's try this out. Let's see if this works. What were some of the ideas that you all planned out
As a DMO?
as a DMO?
Yes, yes. So, because we are a newly formed tourism bureau, we were starting from the ground up. We are a startup, you could say.
Okay.
So we have so many just wonderful assets and
Mhm.
attractions here that it's been just fun because we already have everything we need to be recognized as a destination nationally,
Mhm.
world class for somebody to come. If you want a small town with a big experience, this is it. In fact, we actually just won 2nd place by USA Today for the best small town cultural scene.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that hasn't been released yet. So that is our secret, but we're so proud of that.
I won't tell. I won't
Yeah,
tell.
don't tell. And also, Southern Living has named us last year as one of the top Christmas destinations. So what set us apart is we have some of these really unique and very well done festivals. We had the Alabama Strawberry Festival. Last year, this strawberry festival was named by the governor as the Alabama State Strawberry Festival. It's
Oh,
the
wow.
only festival, agricultural style that has been taken this name. So we're really proud of that. And
Okay.
so we've got that happening in April. Then we have an Oktoberfest in October. Where that stems from, our community was built with a German heritage.
Mhm.
Colonel Cullman is the one who founded our community. And so we play on that and the history. We really want to honor and enrich that history. So we say we've got German heritage with Southern charm.
Mhm.
So we've got a great Oktoberfest. We also host Rock the South. So Rock the South has been coming here for, I think, 14 years, and they have
Wow.
major headliners every year, and it's a 3-day music festival. People come from all over the world to come celebrate music and have a great time with some of the top artists around the globe. And then recently, we have a German Christkindlmarkt.
Okay. Wow.
So the Christkindlmarkt is, it's an experience like you've never had before. It is truly a German Christkindlmarkt that you would be able to experience if you were in Germany itself. We've
Mhm.
even had visitors come from Germany here just to see our market to see how we fared against them, and some of them said they liked ours better.
Very nice. Very nice.
From the Christkindlmarkt, we went to nearly 400,000 people coming to Cullman
Really.
just this past year, which is amazing. People are calling us a hallmark town. We're getting nationwide recognition from this, so that it's really helped to drive tourism and for people to get curious about what we have in Cullman.
Okay.
So for the destination, seeing we already had those festivals, we've got some great attractions too with Smith Lake, the waterfront. We've got Ave Maria Grotto, and then we also have the Shrine of the Most Blessed Sacrament, 2 very noteworthy and important religious monuments, I guess you would say, or places to visit or pilgrimage. And then through the both of those, they see over 100,000 visitors a year who come to see their location, experience the peace that they offer, and the
Mhm.
beauty of their surroundings. So seeing that we had all of those assets here, it was easy to just start with the marketing. Let's just get some marketing out, get more people knowing about Coleman, and then take what we have and just how can we expand that and create great experiences and the experiences are there. Now we just need everybody to know about it. So
There you go.
it's so much fun.
Excellent. So I am curious, by the way, when I was going through the website preparing for this episode, which, by the way, for our listeners, Harmony is going to take us on a tour of their website shortly. And I saw strawberries, and I have to say, we are we are in spring, heading into summer. I love strawberries. I mean,
Yeah.
I also have to watch the sugar intake. However, I love strawberries. I never knew it was such a big deal in Alabama. All I remember when I lived there was uh, Chilton peaches. I'm assuming they're still around,
Yeah.
but apologies to Chilton, Alabama on that. But they were good peaches. All I remember is you bite into one and there's juice all over your face. But I digress. But Strawberry Festival, is this because this is just like the whole agriculture? There's strawberries grown in the farms in the region, or is there some other input
Well,
to that?
I mean, you have to come and judge for yourself, but
Okay.
we would tell you that these are the best strawberries you've ever had in your life. If you get a strawberry from Cullman County, then you're doing something. It's
You have sold me. I'm going to make my plane reservations right after this.
um, and I tell you what, you could come into our strawberry festival where we have a strawberry pie eating contest.
Oh
We
God.
have a strawberry queen is named. You
Okay.
can even go into a strawberry baking contest if you wanted to enter that. Which is so much fun. And then there's a pageant, which is a dog pageant for
Legend.
yeah,
Okay.
a pageant. So the Strawberry Festival is one you don't want to miss. There's country music artists this year. We've got a huge lineup, vendors from all over. And in fact, so many vendors wanted to get in. I think they said there's a waiting list of 80 different
Oh
vendors
wow.
that weren't able to get in because we don't have any more space.
Wow. Very cool. So I'm also curious with these festivals bringing in these kinds of numbers, and I know you have some sports festivals coming in. We'll talk about that in a minute, but where are people staying? Are they staying in Cullman and in the county, or are they going to Birmingham, Huntsville, and parts in between?
No, come stay here. We have 17 hotels here in the area,
Really?
of
Okay.
which 3 are brand new. We've got a Cobblestone that was just opened last year, also a Home 2 Suites last year. We've got a really unique hotel called the Flying 50.
Mhm.
It has 7 suites that are extremely unique and curated. Each room is curated, based on something in Coleman. It's one you don't wanna miss for sure. But
Mhm.
then what's really cool in addition to all of our hotels, and we've got the name brands, we've got the Hamptons and Marriott brand. But, because we have Smith Lake and in our area, we've got a vast array of Airbnbs, some
Okay.
really unique Airbnbs, and in fact, I toured one last week. We were doing a social media shoot of, one of our friends, uh, in the Airbnb community. She has 2 very beautiful, houses right here in the downtown area that you can just rent for the night or for a couple nights and stay with. And so that's Coleman Vacation Rentals. And she's got it decorated so well. We walked in the door and we were like, "We're moving in."
There
So
you go.
it's just
Very
done so well. So it's something that we're really proud of.
okay. Now, one other attraction that you had mentioned as you were preparing for the episode is you mentioned the Omniplex. What is that?
Oh, I'm really excited about that. So,
You
okay,
can share that, right? 'Cause
yeah,
that's not a secret. Okay, just want to make sure.
because it opens up, it actually held its first event last weekend. So
Oh
the
wow.
Omniplex is a sporting event and a multi-use center.
Okay.
So it in the Omniplex, it has 16 volleyball courts, 8 full basketball courts, 8 meeting spaces. I've got
Oh wow.
100,000 a square foot of meeting space for us to use to play. It's and what's really cool about it, Howard, on top of all this, it's so beautiful and it's state of the art. It's just been built. It looks fantastic. It's also on the grounds of we have a Field of Miracles. We've got a baseball diamond right across the street, but Field of Miracles is where we host games for children who may have disabilities or handicaps. So that's on one side. Then on the other side, you can actually you might actually be in trouble if you bring your kid tournament here because you can walk to our Wild Water water park. So if you come for a tournament, plan to stay the whole weekend because as soon as your kids see that water park, they're gonna wanna head over to that
They're
too.
not gonna wanna take the drive, back home.
Yeah.
So, I I mean, I remember, again, I'm not gonna say the year, but it was quite a while ago when I was driving through Alabama and visiting the counties in my work, but this is a massive change, it sounds like, that has occurred in the last 10, 15, 20 years, and again, and COVID kinda skyrocketed a lot of the activity, but it sounds like you just have a lot going on. That's pretty cool.
And we are so blessed and grateful. We have everything.
Yeah.
I'm so just I mean, the more I think about it every day, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I love being here." And I realized really quickly why when I first moved here, every single person I met said, "Oh, I love Cullman," when I told them where I was. And so, I mean, just think about it in our county, you could go to the lake and hang out for the day, do some water activities there, go
Mhm,
camping or boating, or you can go to a water park, or
mhm.
or you could go tour some beautiful shrines and that kind of thing. And then we've got, agritourism, so there's all kinds of farms too, so even our food that we could go to get, like, locally grown, uh, fruits and vegetables, even meat.
Mm.
I went last week to the Brickyard, which, they are a butcher that the meats are grown locally in Cullman County, so you don't even have to leave. You just come here and hang out.
Come here and stay.
What were you gonna
Uh,
say?
I love it. I'm always looking for my next place to live, so this is good to know. So it's good.
People are
So
retiring here. They wanna live here so bad, they come here to retire.
I live in Las Vegas. I love it here, and for the people who are listening, yes, I do. I don't go to the Strip, but I like the desert, the stars. But I'm very much into. I like the downtown feel. Walk downtown, grab a cup of coffee, sit outside, and watch people. That's what I remember most about the small towns and the county seats in Alabama were the town squares,
Yes, we
and that was the coolest thing, and, definitely have to come and pay a visit. Now, I am curious because this is the Outdoor Adventure Series. If we set aside, like, the festivals and some of the sports attractions, the Ave Maria and the shrine, what are the outdoor adventure kinds of activities that visitors can also find when they come in and for a long weekend or a week in Cullman County? What are they gonna what are some of the activities they're gonna be able to participate in?
so, well, one thing I'm gonna do now this is, outdoors and definitely wild, but I've got, we have skydiving right here in Cullman County. It's the only one in North Alabama. So,
Not
I'm
gonna happen, not gonna happen.
yeah. So, you're gonna see me jumping out of an airplane in July, I think, if I don't
Good
check it out. If you don't ever see this happen, it's because I got there and I got too scared. But
okay.
I'm gonna do it for my city and for my county.
That's taking a hit there, but good luck with
I
that,
got
good
that.
luck with that.
We've got, down at the lake, we've got, the a zip line adventure that you could go do if you wanted to get into that. Of course, the hiking with the lake right there, all of the woods, hiking and camping. We've got a Palomino resort, which is kinda cool because, they have glamping, so you can go
Okay.
rent these glamping tents. But then, Common is so beautiful. We've got, the Clarkson Covered Bridge, which is
Mhm.
an extremely old bridge that you can go it's outdoors, you can go visit that. And then, something really cool, this magazine came across my desk yesterday. We've got the Duck River Trails, and so I've got trails it made like a four-page spread
Oh,
of this
wow.
the outdoor hiking, walking, waterfalls. It was just really neat to see, the wildlife and the outdoors activities that you could do. Cullman County really has everything you could possibly experience. Uh,
Okay.
we're proud of it, and we
Yeah.
want everybody else to be proud of it too. When they leave here, we want them to say, "That is the best time we've ever had."
Excellent. Now, one more question, and I know this is going to be like an easy softball lob. Is I had mentioned Kay Donaldson earlier in with the Alabama Bass Trail. I would imagine bass fishing is real big in your area.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because we've got the best bass fishing in the area for sure. We actually hosted a tournament with Bassmasters a couple weeks ago. I've got
Okay.
Major League Fishing coming next week. So that and Kay Donaldson and the Alabama Bass Trail, they're gonna be here in January next year. And so this is the place to be for bass fishing. You can't find any better than that. And when you can mix it with come and hang out with us, and we're gonna show you a good time when you're gonna have a great time with your family. You could go get out on the water and drop your wife off at the warehouse district if she likes to shop, because we've got some of the cutest boutique shops you've ever seen. So yeah, so fishing is definitely huge here, and, yeah, we love to see you guys come out.
Okay, very good. I love it. So I would love if you would indulge us with a short tour of your website because I love doing that with on these episodes. And
Okay.
by the way, behind you, I see the book Smith Lake, and there's another sweet. Does that say Sweet Home Alabama there?
The Sweet Home Alabama Vacation Guide.
I love
Um,
it.
this book and I'm so a local actually created this book on Smith Lake, and it is the cutest book you've ever seen, and it's a children's book, and it takes everything you can find in at Smith Lake and just makes it a really cool start your day with breakfast at the Arley Coffee Shop, and the Brushy Creek Rope Swing is a fun place to stop. I mean,
Okay,
it just takes everything there is to do at Smith Lake and turns it into this fun story.
I
So
love
I'd
it.
love to give these. I ordered a whole box of them so I could give them out to people
Okay,
because it is just it takes a spin on a visitor's guide. But it makes it a really cool experience. So
sure.
yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go in with the miracle of technology here. I am going to share my screen. Hang on one second. Let me get the website up there. By the way, I do like the website. I love the colors. There's like this graphic card that's up there, like right now, literally. I
Show
just
you.
love
I'm
that.
excited about that, Howard, because it's
Okay, here we
actually
go.
there you go. It's our postcard. So we had a local graphic designer. She works with United Way here, but she does graphics on the side. And we had her create this beautiful design for us for our postcards.
Hmm.
And it was so wonderful and highlighted the best attractions in our city that we wanted to use it as our hero image. So it's got some of the really iconic things about Cullman County. The Flying
Hmm.
50 Hotel that I mentioned, which is the historic Seven Suite Hotel. Back behind that is the Wildwater Water Park that you can
Okay.
go to. The church in the middle is the Sacred Heart Church. It is just breathtaking for you to come see, and they recently had $1 million pipe organ installed.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
that is something that you wouldn't wanna miss. You'll see, the fest hall down there at the bottom where it says "Buy Fresh," you just see a little
Hmm.
bit of it. That's,
Yeah.
highlighting our agritourism where you can go to a local farmer's market and buy everything fresh.
I
And
love
then
farmers markets. God.
oh, it's
Okay.
so good. One thing I forgot to mention, and it's, featured here in the building right there. So, the Senator Gudger, who we were just speaking about, our pro tem senator, he actually owns Southern Accents. So,
Okay.
Southern Accents is an architectural salvage design store, and his
Okay.
family has owned it. His father started it, and it was passed down to him. And what they do is they go and reclaim, like, from old mansions and stuff. They take the fireplace or the wood, they reclaim the wood, and you can buy it here. And what's really cool is people come here from all over the world. All and I mean all over the world. Famous people even come and, try to get into this store to buy these historic pieces,
Oh,
doorknobs
wow.
from 1800 and stuff like that. So anyway, that's another cool aspect about Coleman if you really like shopping and
Oh,
specialties.
and that's actually something I remember very vividly, when I lived in Alabama, is you go into the again, throughout the state, going to the county seats, and you had a lot of these really gorgeous mansions. Some of them were in good shape, some of them were not, but then I love the idea of this reclaiming and because the architecture was fantastic and especially in these old buildings, and I love that kind of work, and I see you've got the Trident Marina, that would be up on Smith Lake, I would imagine. Okay.
Yes, Trident Marina's there, and you can actually at the marina, they have a restaurant there, and they have live music every weekend. You can bring out your lawn chairs and go sit there right with a beautiful view of the lake and hang out, and,
I
be
I'm
fun.
coming over. I'm coming. I'm coming
You
here.
hear
Okay.
Howard.
All right. So, what else have we got? I know the website is getting ready for a refresh, but what are some of the high? By the way, we've talked a little bit about farmers markets and strawberries, and you mentioned at Smith Lake there's a great restaurant. But what are some of the other attractions that you'd want to draw our attention to while we're on your website?
Oh, yes. So if you'll scroll down just a little bit, there you're gonna see where all of our upcoming events will scroll through. So we've got so many different things happening all the time. Local events. There you go. It's food truck night every week at Sportsman Lake Park, which is so fun. But they're just different events, specialty events that you can attend. All of our
Mhm.
local communities, our shops, our stores, whatever they do, they partner with us, and we feature them. So you can find really cool and unique things to do that maybe you weren't even expecting. The senior Easter egg hunt, and so that is going to be really cool. I've never seen a senior Easter egg hunt, so this is going to be my
Uh,
first.
that's gonna be Friday. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it's got Easter, not Easter, food truck night. Okay, here's our strawberry festival. Oh, very cool. So if we click on that, I love strawberries. Nothing better than a really good sweet strawberries.
So that is the campgrounds. They're having a celebration of the strawberry festival.
Okay,
That's not the actual one that we do.
I'm
If you
gonna
go
go back then. All
there you
right,
go. See the Alabama shot that one. That's us.
there we go.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, click that one.
Okay, very
And
cool.
I've actually got a video on on the homepage of the website that you can
Yeah.
see.
Okay. So where do I? Oh, here we go. There's the video. Yep. We're going. Okay, let's go ahead and follow the link. Oh, very cool. And there's the video. And then we just click on it. We'll just. I know I haven't shared the audio, but we can kind of see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
We just and in doing this, our director of Parks and Recreation, Nathan Anderson, he has produced this event, and he's meticulous about the details. And so, we want people when they come to experience a great festival, well thought out. Every detail has been covered, and something that they're going to be proud to attend and bring their families, and then come back the next year.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
Very
going to be
cool. Excellent. I love this. So we'll have to make plans for 2026. Now, Harmony, I am a big foodie. I love good food and I love a good cup of coffee. Tell me you have a food and beverage page on the website
I
somewhere.
do, I do.
Okay, so
Go back to the website page.
okay, let's go back. Oh,
So,
let's get
I
rid of
have to tell
that.
you about, a couple of our restaurants. So,
Okay.
the first restaurant you're gonna wanna know is called the All Steak. The All Steak is home of the orange roll. They just won an award for the top one of the top 3 steak restaurants in the state of Alabama. See that?
So how are we gonna get to dinner?
Go to, if you scroll down, I think I thought they're All Steak.
All steak. Oh, you mean scroll down the page?
The page. Mhm.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
There we see All Steak
Oh,
Restaurant.
yes. Okay. My my mouse is slowing down. All right, there we go. So they have a Facebook page. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah. So they're famous for their orange rolls. People come here from all over the state, and in fact, I'm going to a tourism bash in Montgomery to celebrate with our legislators, and I get to take restaurants, and I'm taking the All Steak and the other restaurant I wanted to tell you about, which is Johnny's Barbecue. So
Okay.
while you're here, stop at the All Steak, grab you some of the
Okay.
best steak in the state,
Yeah.
as well as an orange roll, and then head on over to Johnny's Barbecue because they have just won this year the number one small business for the state of Alabama by the Business
Let's
Council of Alabama.
let's see if we can get there. Probably could have done a search. There's a barbecue. You had me at barbecue anyways, let me just tell you.
This is a locally owned, family operated barbecue place where you walk through the door, and if you're not family, they think you are.
I
So
think
then they treat you just like that. What's important to them is the service and that you come in. and you feel like you're a part of their family, and they do such a good job of that. I'm proud of them.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure we have a backlink to the steak restaurant and to Johnny's as well. There's that nice picture. I love it.
Thank
Anywhere
you.
else on the website you want us to kind of go to before we head back? I
Well,
love
I
that
think
photo.
what you could do if you go to that main, the three lines, the drop down, that's where you
Yeah.
can find anything that you need. If you go to explore and do that drop down, there you uh, go back and just click on the arrows, so it'll do a drop down menu. You go
Okay.
back,
Okay.
there we go, and just click
Okay.
that drop down menu.
Oh, this. Okay.
I think no, the arrow that points down.
I can follow directions. I really can. Trust me on this. Okay. So let me go back here. Let
Okay,
me do the drop down arrow.
there you go.
Explore.
Yeah, that's it.
Yay.
Okay, so there you can easily find and segment out what you wanna do, whether it's
Okay.
where you wanna play, what you wanna do, where you wanna eat, where you wanna shop, or,
Okay.
find your hotel there as well. So our whole theme this year is find your fun. So
Okay.
no matter what kind of fun you're wanting to have, you can find it here in Cullman County. Yeah. We're gonna
Okay.
add we're adding 2 pages too, which one will be find your farm. So for all of
Okay.
those who love agritourism, you wanna go to a U-Pick or you wanna go to sunflowers and take pictures with tulips and do all of those things. We've got those here, so I'm working on that page as we do this refresh of the website. And then we're also gonna do find your faith because we have such a strong religious, tourism a
Right.
aspect here from Sacred Heart Church to the grotto to the
Sure.
shrine. We're gonna bring that into our website as a whole segment so that people can easily find places to
Very cool.
worship,
So
visit.
I think it's kind of cool. You have ballet, and I also noticed the murals. A lot of communities that I have interviewed on this series, they have a lot of them have different kinds of murals, and I love. There's just something about it. A lot of art, a lot of creativity goes into those.
If
And
I love mules, and you know what? I'll let you in on one more secret. So, at the Alabama Strawberry Festival, I just commissioned an artist who's gonna help me. I wanted to do a community piece, the one that we'll create and
right,
then will be posted on display. So, at the
right,
Strawberry Festival, there will be an activation where everybody can come and color a tile, and when
right.
they put that tile, it'll all come together, and it'll be a beautiful mural that we'll be able to feature across our city, but it's not just a mural, it's that every single person who touched it had a piece of it. And so we'll put that all together, one unified piece of art for everybody to enjoy and know that everybody who came to the festival had a piece of curating that for us.
I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Well, I will. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Thank you for taking us on the tour. And
I love
again, I know.
touring.
Uh, is by the way, do you like coffee?
I love coffee.
So
It
where's your favorite place? If you walk out your front door, because your office has to be in downtown Cullman, where are you going to go get a cup of coffee?
okay, I have 2. I couldn't pick just one because coffee is up there, like, with my kids. It's coffee, kids, and Christ. That's for me.
Wait a minute. I like to see good coffee, so I'm.
Yes. So I got one coffee shop called Karma's,
Mhm.
and they are a locally owned, operated. They roast their beans, and the coffee is phenomenal. I was just there last week. I would go every day if somebody didn't stop me, but I think it.
Well, you actually you spread the wealth. You have your morning coffee, you have your afternoon break, you have your mid-morning break, you've got lunch, you go have lunch, and you've got your mid-afternoon break, another cup of coffee. See, this is why you have the best job. You really do. Is you're out there sharing experiences, you're letting the residents of Coleman know all the cool things that are happening, and you're spreading the wealth of getting good cups of coffee and good Southern charm, good Southern cooking. And oh my God, you're just bringing back lots of memories for me.
My job to go out and make sure that I have tested every single restaurant, coffee shop, and so I'm not sure if, that's just a perk, that's my job, but I get to get out and I get to try all the coffees, and that's something I really do love no matter what time it is. Another coffee shop we that just opened is called Jubilee, and
Hmm.
they're actually a coffee shop, but also they have wine on tap.
Oh,
So, when you walk through the doors, you see this big wall of wines, and you can choose or select whatever wine you wanna try, and they give you a cup and try it out, but then they make coffee, and they actually serve your coffee in a glass, not a mug, not a paper cup. It comes in a beautiful glass that, it's just really glamorous, and so if you wanna, get an upscale feel, you can also go there.
I love it. I love it. What's your what this I am sure you are a wonderful cook. I mean, everybody that lives in the South is loves cooking. What's your favorite go-to for list like a really home cooked meal?
Ooh. Okay. So we have it's actually a cafe, the Busy Bee Cafe that's been here since 1919.
Oh,
So you can imagine people who go there, it's all the locals. Every morning when you drive through, that's where you'll see the local sheriff, the city councilman. That's where everybody goes. And then when you come visit, of course, it's just a highlight for you to see. So I actually had some family come in and visit me. So we went to the Busy Bee Cafe because we had to, and then I took them to Duchess Donuts. So this is
mhm.
a donut shop that's been there for 100 years as well. So
Oh
you
wow.
want some really famous donuts? You got to stop by the Busy Bee, grab a burger, and then go head over to the Duchess Donuts to take those home.
Well, if I come to Alabama, I am definitely going to have to get my exercise in if I'm going to be eating that kind of good food. So, okay, we'll work that one out. Before we head out, Harmony, if you look back in the work that you have been doing, what is in this role in service of Cullman County and your organization, Visit Cullman, what's been your what I would call your aha moment? Like, wow, I get to do this. What's been your aha moment?
Well, that's a great question. I love that question because since I've been here, I wouldn't say I've had one aha moment. It's been an everyday thing for me because we're a newly formed tourism bureau. Everything that we're doing, people are recognizing and they see the value of our work. I'm able to help support our local businesses and our families in turn who they have a restaurant and they're trying to raise their kids and do all of these things and make a difference in the community. And so every single person that I see, they love the work that we're doing, and we're featuring a great place that they love, and I get to share that with the whole world. So I had aha moments every day. I'm so lucky,
I like
and
that.
I hope it continues forever. So because it definitely is the motivation that keeps us going. Because being a startup, we wear a many hats. We have a small staff with big hearts, and so we try to do a whole lot of stuff and create more opportunities for more jobs and more places to work for the whole hospitality and tourism community too. So as we grow, there's those growing pains, and so it's really important, and it means so much when somebody just tells you, "Wow, you're doing a great job," or "I love that postcard. We've never had a postcard before," or "I love that billboard that you did. Coleman's never had one before." And so it's just the excitement of people recognizing the value of our work and making a difference in our community. It's good.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And I imagine that another segment that we have on the show is the insight to go, and I think you've kind of it's you've been sharing this all along, but why should folks want to come visit Cullman, Alabama, and partake in the activities, the events, the outdoor experiences, the food? Why should they come?
If they want a big experience that they won't forget, if they wanna create an unforgettable, memorable experience, come to one of our festivals, come spend a weekend, and you're gonna get the best of Southern hospitality. Everybody's
I
gonna
knew
greet.
you were going to say that, by the way. I knew you were going to say that. I love that.
I am born and raised in Alabama, and that is our job to make sure you experience Southern hospitality. We want you to love it.
I love it. Well, fantastic. And it's just hospitality, call it Southern charm, but I mean that's what you guys are all about. And before we head out, and I kind of interrupted you, so I'm sorry. But if you, is there anything else you wanted to add to that besides the
No,
hospitality?
Well, it's the hospitality, it's the people smiling, everybody's gonna welcome you. It's the experience that you have, and there's so much to offer that whether you wanna go an inner city experience with shopping and boutiques, or you wanna go out to the lake and just get away, I've really got it all here, and, it is a small town with a big experience. The culture is what we've become recognized for. It's a hallmark town. We're honored to bear that name, and we want you to experience it, but if you are gonna come here, call me. I'll make sure that you have a great time. I'll tell you all the cool places the locals go to, all of those things, and, I'll make sure that you're taken care of.
Fantastic. Well, I anybody that comes into Cullman will should be grateful that they have you as one of the many ambassadors in your community, because everybody that lives in Cullman is potentially a what I would call a brand ambassador. So I love that. Now I realize we have just visited the website, but before we head out, where are the best places for your listeners, for our listeners, my listeners to go if they would like to learn more about Cullman? What websites, social sites should we take them to?
Of course, go to visitcoleman.com. That's where you're gonna find our website, and you're gonna see all of our events. But, look over to our Facebook page, which is Visit Cullman, Alabama. We've took a strong initiative to do social media reels. So, me personally and Delane Van Dyke from my team, we go out and we find all the cool shops. We have a theme each month. January and February, we had cozy in Cullman, so we did a little reel to show you where you could be cozy in Cullman. Then we did cute in Cullman, and so we went to the cutest shops you've ever seen, and, it was very dangerous because you walk in these shops, you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy everything." And
Mm,
but in these reels, we're also doing tours of the different air like, last week, we did the Cullman Vacation Week rentals, and so you're gonna find a quick tour of that, just unique things to do that maybe you didn't think of. The next month, we're doing Create in Cullman, so you're gonna find some really cool creative things to do while you're here in the city. So we just want you to have a great experience and leave comments saying, "Why haven't we been here before?"
there you go. There you go. And by the way, I have a challenge for you. I think you need to go through the entire alphabet in Coleman. So whatever starts with A, B, C, bass
Oh,
fishing in Coleman. I don't know what a C is, whatever. Coffee in Coleman,
I'll be in
dining in Coleman.
okay.
See, that idea is my gift to you. All right. Well,
Thank you
Harm,
so much because that means I will get out and get to go drink more coffee, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or I will definitely be happy.
very good. I love it. I love it. Well, Harmony, it's been a pleasure to have you on the Outdoor Adventure Series, and I mean your energy and just your passion for the work you do, and it comes across, and my listeners are going to hear it, and the folks watching the YouTube video are going to see it. And I really appreciate you taking us on a little tour of the website and really talking about the best that Coleman has to offer. And it's a fantastic destination, and again, it brought back lots of memories. So I need to come pay a visit and make some new memories. But thank you for spending time with us today.
Wow, Howard, it has been so much fun, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here and to talk to you and all of your listeners and just welcome everybody, tell them a little bit about Coleman and what we have to share with the world. But I'm honored to be here, and yeah, anything anybody needs, all they have to do is give us a call. We'll have their back for sure.
Sounds good. Listen, stay in the line. We're going to do a quick close and you and I can have a final chat. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks so much.
Uh, all right.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. All
Sorry.
right. That's okay. We're going to keep that in. Okay, folks, we have just been chatting with Harmony Hurd. She is the executive director of Visit Cullman. We're talking Cullman County in Alabama, midway between Birmingham and is it Birmingham? Birmingham, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But and Huntsville. And I remember it was many years ago, but I remember driving through go up I-65 and there it is. And I know I have visited Cullman, and really the amazing things that are going on there right now, just this embracing of tourism, festivals, the attractions, the sports complexes, the outdoor activities, and the food. Oh my God. And as Harmony had shared, this is the place where you are going to experience true Southern charm firsthand. And so do take advantage of obviously listening to this episode, but check out their website and visit Cullman.com and we're going to have a backlink to it as well as to their Facebook and Instagram pages. I was checking out on Facebook their hashtag. We've got Visit Cullman, hashtag Cullman County, hashtag Explore Cullman, hashtag tourism, but we'll have all those in our show notes. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. As for us and this episode, you can find us on our website, outdooradventureseries.com. We are also on LinkedIn and Facebook on our Outdoor Adventure Series pages. The video of this episode will be up on our YouTube channel. And of course, you can listen to this episode wherever you get your podcast from. And wherever you are coming from, could be within the state, maybe the collar states, and whatever interstate you're driving on, just pop this episode in 45 minutes, or is going to disappear away before you know it. You're going to be that much closer to Cullman, Alabama. Okay, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day, and we look forward to having you join us on a future episode of the Outdoor Adventure Series podcast. Take care now.